Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Today's video is going to be a quick mini perfume haul. I recently added a few fragrances to my perfume collection that I want to, tell you guys about today. I do have a few other fragrances that will be added to my collection, but they have not arrived as yet. However, the ones that I do have, I'm going to be bringing them to you in some videos, and I figured why not just give you guys, my new fragrances or a new perfume haul while they're actually new. So if you guys are interested in seeing all the new fragrances I recently added to my perfume collection, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. So the first fragrance I'm going to tell you guys is actually my most exciting recent addition to my collection, and you guys won't believe what it is. You won't believe what it is. And I'm talking about the ever so popular, the ever so famous Khamrah by Latafa. You guys listen, okay? Now I remember when this fragrance was released, okay? And everybody went crazy. Okay? Everybody went crazy, and I thought to myself, well, I already have the original, so why am I gonna get Khamrah for? Oh my god, why did you guys not tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Okay, so first of all, this is how this box comes. It's this really big elaborate box, full Latafa style. Like, I mean, it's like a milli in a box, that kind of way. And then the fragrance unveils like this. Okay, I know you probably seen it like so many times before, but who cares? Like, you guys are gonna have to relive it with me, okay? Look at this. You're crazy. Look, this gold and black shiny piece in the back. Like, this whole packaging is a highlight in my perfume collection. I have it displayed. Like, I'm not taking it out of the box. It's sitting in my collection just like this, you guys. I mean, look at the gold, reflective mirror in the back of the background of the box, and it's everything. It's fit nice and snug. The base is like a wooden oak color with the black and gold. It's just everything, okay? It's like so sexy and nice. I love it. So of course we have to take it out. Yes, we have to take it out. And this is what the bottle looks like, but you already know what the bottle looks like because I'm late. Okay, it's okay. But anyhow, this is what this fantastical bottle inspired version of Kilian's Angel Shares looks like. And I believe in my Latafa. I know Latafa is out there doing big things. I know everything they drop is pure vibes, but I just felt like I didn't need this in my collection because I already have the original. Child, was I wrong? Let me just give you guys the notes in Khamrah by Latafa. So the top notes in the Khamrah by Latafa are cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot. The middle notes are dates, praline, tuberose, and mahonial. Base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, amber, myrrh, and ackee gala wood. And when I spray this fragrance, okay, the cap is quite secure, and I do know that is a complaint that Kilian fragrances have. The cap isn't that secure, and I have seen some people complain about the cap for Khamrah, saying that it's too secure. I guess you just can't please people now, can you? Right? Anyhow, when I sprayed this fragrance, I said to myself, there was one question that I asked myself: why are people saying that this fragrance smells like Kilian's Angel Shares? Is that like a weird question to you? This opens up with a sweetness that does not exist in Angel Shares, first things first most, okay? It opens up with you get like the cinnamon mixing with the spices and the dates. That's what you're getting. You're getting the dates, the cinnamon, the spice, the dates, and of course the praline. A generous sweetness that is not inside of Kilian's Angel Shares, okay? It opens up deep and really sweet. There's a sexiness to this fragrance. It has in some benzoin, some tonka bean, and some vanilla. And you are getting that in the opening. That's what's kind of like combined and, kind of starring when you spray this fragrance. And again, when I first smell this fragrance, I let the fragrance sit on my skin, okay? And I thought to myself, when is the Angel Shares DNA going to come, okay? And there is a slight angel shears vibes that comes to the end of the fragrance. Okay, you get more of that somewhat appley cinnamon, spice cinnamon vibe coming on to the ending of this fragrance. But it's safe enough to call this a flanker of angel shears. This is what YSL leave the intent is to the original YSL. This is what Label Le Parfum is to the original Label. Are you getting me? This don't smell like a dupe of angel shears. It smells like a flanker of angel shears. A sexy, deep, bougie, sweet, spicy praline with the essence of dates, tonka bean, vanilla, and benzoin smelling fragrance. It is heavy, it is strong, it is sweet, it is orgasmic, it is intoxicating, it is everything nice, literally with sugar and spice. Let me tell y'all, this is an absolute banger, you guys. This is such a nice perfume. The note structure is, it might have, it's like, I'm telling you guys, to me, Khamrah by Latafa has like a distant resemblance to angel shears. Like, it's a completely like different fragrance to me. That's what I thought. But either way you put it, boy, am I happy to finally add this beautiful fragrance to my perfume collection. Now, I bought it and I've been treating it like gold. I had it in the plat. I don't want my fingerprints. I don't want my fingerprints getting on the back. And I managed to touch it a little bit. Like when I was going to show you guys the fragrance, I was like, let me shine the bottle. But then I just, I was like, trying to get on with the video, right? I wanted to shine the back of the box, shine the bottle. It's like an absolute treasure. This is a sexy smelling fragrance, you guys. So Khamrah by Latafa, be prepared to be seeing this fragrance in, when I say constant rotation, you be prepared for that, because I am so in love with this perfume. I intend to wear this fragrance ever so often, which is why I'm bringing you guys this video quick fast, so that way I can show you guys, what I have next, including this fragrance. So the next fragrance that I got my hands on is the ever so popular Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. Like, what the hell took me so long, right? Like, what took me so long? Now, let me just bring up the notes for you guys. Casablanca has in top notes of apple and grapes. Interesting. Middle notes of white rose, patchouli, and iris. Base notes are caramel, amber, suede, musk, and Peru balsam. I think like that's the very first time I've ever looked up the notes of Casablanca. Like the notes look so foreign to me. I just bought this fragrance because this, as you guys know, this is a very popular fragrance when it comes to Middle Eastern scents, and I don't know what took me so long. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I didn't jump on this fragrance a long time ago, considering the love that I have for Middle Eastern fragrances. But let me just give it a spray. So when I first got this perfume, when I sprayed this fragrance, I got citrus and apples. Okay, a bright citrusy burst of just apples, and it stayed that way for a bit, and I was like, this is a summer fragrance, right? I was like, don't tell me this perfume don't have no depth. And then after a while, there was this extremely warm, sweet apple cinnamon pie vibe, like scent that warmed up on the skin and got really deep. The fragrance almost got a little bit cloying, and I had to like shock my mind, like shock my brain. Adrienne, I know you're about to get annoyed of a brand spanking new fragrance that you just add to your collection, so you better shake that shit out and just feel this fragrance out some more, because it came off like really cloying. Like I said to you guys, I've never looked up the notes, and now that I'm looking up the notes, I'm seeing the caramel and the amber and the suede. And when this fragrance warms up on the skin, you get the caramel and the amber. The caramel is borderline stifling, in my opinion, because caramel in a fragrance, it takes away the transparency from the perfume. Something like that bonbon fragrance from, I can't remember the name, Victor and Rolf. that bonbon fragrance from Victor and Rob, the caramel in here so has somewhat of a similar effect, because that bonbon fragrance is a peachy, fruity fragrance, and then in the base you have the caramel. And that's what it is with this perfume as well. It has the caramel in the base, even though it has the apple and the grapes. The apple is reigning. You know, this is the apple pie with an overdose of sweetness and warmth. There's something just really warm and a little bit spicy, in my opinion, in this fragrance, because the apple is very strong in this perfume, but of course it's being backed up by the amber and the caramel. But the apple note in here so is punching, you guys, punching. And I want to say I get slight vibes of Light Blue Intense, like the Granny Smith apple. So it seems as if they just list apples, but it comes off like a Granny Smith apple, in my opinion, because that's the vibe I'm getting in this perfume. And then again, the fragrance just warms up and projects and lasts like crazy. It's a really nice, strong fragrance. This is a really beautiful scent. I definitely love the note structure, the scent profile of this perfume. So I'm really happy to finally add this fragrance to my collection. I love discovering new stuff. So I am happy to capture this fragrance finally in my perfume collection despite. So this is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. Oh, right. I want to say though, this fragrance does remind me of apple brandy from Kilian. I'm definitely getting that apple brandy vibe in this perfume. I've never heard anybody say that, but Casablanca by Swiss Arabian definitely has that apple brandy vibe to it, in my opinion, but it's a little bit more warmer and more stronger as well. This next fragrance is another well raved about Middle Eastern scent that I took a while to grab. I've been seeing this fragrance doing the rounds, but I don't know why I didn't grab it. I mean, you're gonna hear me singing that song all the way through this video. And the fragrance I'm telling you guys about is Choco Musk by Rehab. Okay, now people been raving about this fragrance. Like, when I mean people been raving about this fragrance, people been raving like crazy. And there are no reasons why I choose not to grab myself this fragrance. And actually, you know what it is? I like Middle Eastern fragrances that come off like extremely Middle Eastern. So whenever a fragrance seems to dupe another fragrance but leans too far away from Middle Eastern, I tend to stay away from it. And I think that's what it is. Okay, now when people talk about this fragrance, they talk about the most delectable, sexy, chocolatey, gourmand smelling fragrance. Okay, they don't highlight that it has Middle Eastern properties. And I want to say there's a slight Middle Eastern tone to this fragrance, but it's still like a very chocolatey gourmand scent, but still keeping it like borderline Middle Eastern, in my opinion. And that's what I like and love. Now, the notes in Choco Musk are vanilla, milk chocolate, white musk, cinnamon, spicy notes, amber, sandalwood, myrrh, and rose. And I love this fragrance more than Montal's Chocolate Greedy. Montal's Chocolate Greedy is an overdose of chocolatey, creamy biscuits. Okay, this smells like dairy milk chocolate, like dairy, you know, the dairy milk chocolates, like say for example the Cadbury. This smells like a Cadbury chocolate with a hint of spice in it. I want to say I'm getting a little bit of the myrrh and the sandalwood, and I think that's what makes me happy, the myrrh. I like, there's a base to this perfume. It's not overly sweet, not as sweet as Chocolate Greedy. A nice light sweetness to it. The chocolate in here, so it's very powdery, slight milkiness. Even though it has that milk chocolate note, it still comes out very airy, in my opinion. A little bit fluffy as well. And this is an absolutely beautiful smelling fragrance. As it dries down, the chocolate gets much more prominent, but it doesn't like overdose with the sweetness. So this is an absolute pleasure to smell, you guys. This almost smells niche in my opinion. I bought it for £9.99. Okay, I know it's like it's a cheapie, but it smells damn good. Like damn good. And for me, reason why I think it smells niche, it's smooth. There's no harsh edges to it. It doesn't smell synthetic to me at all. It just smells like a smooth, musky, powdery, chocolatey, vanilla smelling fragrance. And do I love this perfume? Like, this is a fragrance that I could bathe in, and I feel like it's easy to wear. It's not too heavy. So for me, Choco Musk, you guys, oh child, prepare, okay? Absolutely be prepared to see this fragrance in heavy rotation. So this is Choco Musk by Rehab. So next up is another cheapie that I heard about a very long time ago, but I've never really seen it anywhere, and I never got a chance to try it. and I went to the perfume shop and they happened to have this fragrance, surprisingly, like literally. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Gold Edition Oud by Pascal Marabito, you guys. I saw a YouTuber, a fragrance glance. I'm gonna pop a picture right here. I saw a fragrance glance talk about this perfume a very long time ago. And I went to the perfume shop to pick up another fragrance I'm gonna tell you guys about, and they had this perfume there, and I was like, ooh, let me smell it. Okay, and I smelled it, and I was like, I wasn't like surprised because I had an idea of what this fragrance smells like. Okay, I knew it had an oud, obviously, because it's Gold Edition oud, but I didn't like, you know, I didn't have any other expectation. Well, I did. I'm gonna tell you guys the expectation that I had. Now, when Fragrance Glance reviewed this fragrance, she said that this fragrance is a beautiful oud scent, but it does have like a strange smell to it. And while I was in the store, I checked the reviews and they did highlight this strange smell. Like apparently they said this has like a rancid smell or whatever, but I'm not getting it, thank God. Okay, I'm not getting that. But let me just give you guys the notes and then I'm going to tell you guys what I'm getting. So Gold Edition Oud, it has in top notes of rose, middle notes of oud, patchouli, sandalwood. In the base, you have incense and saffron. And some people liken this fragrance to Oud Isfahan. It has similar voice, but it has a very prominent rose, okay? An extremely strong rose and oud. This is all about rose and oud playing front, line, and center. There is a hint of sweetness in this fragrance. I want to say the closest thing to in my collection to this perfume would be, I was about to say to you, the closest thing to it would be Swiss Arabian Saw Al Shayla, but it's still completely different in my opinion. Definitely something different. And then some people compare it to Oud Isfahan, and it definitely comes as close as possible to Oud Isfahan, but the rose is still much more stronger in the Pascal Marabito. Okay, and it's a very bold and strong smelling oud fragrance, quite heavy but not overbearing, not obnoxious in my opinion. You do get a very heavy dose of the incense and the saffron. So this is rose, oud, incense, and saffron, and it's like a very cheap fragrance. Okay, it's very cheap. I think I probably spent about $9.99 or $12.99. I think I spent $9.99, literally $9.99 for 100 ml bottle of perfume, and it is a banger to me. So yeah, I absolutely love this fragrance. Another oud scent added to my collection, giving me oud front row and center, just the way I like my oud fragrance, my Middle Eastern fragrances. So this scent is definitely coming out for the fall and winter months. I think I would reserve it to the winter months though, because it is quite strong. This is Gold Edition Oud by Pascal Marabito. Next up, I picked up Byron Parfums, okay, and this one is Mula, you guys. Now this fragrance I have been seeing in constant rotation since like the summertime, and I don't know if it was this one or the Chronic, but I just know this red bottle was like on everybody's channel, and I was like, yeah, I think I need to try it. But anyway, let's just get into the package. Now the box comes like this, a big giant white box, and if I could be honest, even though it's a nice big snug box, the fragrance was not very tightly nestled. The fragrance was rocked all the way out till, you know, it kind of like chipped the top area of the box, and yeah, the fragrance was upside down. But never mind, I was just really intrigued by the packaging, and as you can see, it's too white for you guys to pick it up. Beautiful packaging, very bulky, and I wanted to display this fragrance on my, you know, my storage in the box, but unfortunately I don't have that space, so I had to take it out. So the notes in the Mula Rouge Extreme are, top notes are strawberry, cherry, and raspberry. And middle notes are caramel, ginger, rose bay, willow herb. And the base notes, you get your oud, vanilla, patchouli, and sandalwood, which, as you can possibly imagine, I had to get it because of the strawberries, the cherry, and the raspberries in the opening. And of course, some oud. Hello. Call me by my name, right? Okay. And when this fragrance opens up, it opens up with a deep, not too sweetened cherry, strawberry essence. You're getting all the berries, but in a very gentle dose. Okay, slight hint of sweetness in my opinion. You definitely get some ginger in this fragrance, but as the perfume warms up on the skin and dries down, you get a sandalwood, a sweet sandalwoody, slightly oody essence in this fragrance. It is not an overpowering oud, but a very present, nice dose of oud in the base of this fragrance that backs up the scent. And when you spray this perfume, you think, well, it's not that strong, it's not that long lasting, but again, this is like an understated sweet fragrance. So when I say understated, with all the raspberries and cherries and strawberry and opening, you thought you were gonna have like an eating juicy apple on steroids with oud. That's not what I thought, you know, but that's not what you have. The sweetness and the richness in the berries is completely toned down, well rounded in this fragrance, and you get the light sweetness from the vanilla, slight gingery touches, and you get the vanilla and the oud and the sandalwood. You get a sandalwoody sweetness in the base. Beautiful smelling fragrance, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful scent. This is a fragrance and a range that you could kind of get like addicted to, in my opinion. In this little bottle, this is a nice, you know, dose of sweetness. The juice inside of here, so it's really nice, you know, that kind of way. So for me, I'm in love. I really like this fragrance, and I can definitely see myself getting my hands on another one from the range, particularly the blue bottle. Yeah, so I intend have my eyes on the other red one, the chronic, and one of the blue bottles, because I'm definitely impressed with this fragrance. It's really pretty, not overdoing it, but really, really nice and definitely present. So this is the Mula Rouge Extreme by Byron Parfums. Next up, I bought my Billie Eilish, and I have already discussed this fragrance on my perfume channel, so you guys know my thoughts. You know how I feel about this fragrance. Just in case you have not seen it, this is a beautiful, spicy, woody, apple blossom, Palo Santo, and vanilla smelling fragrance. You definitely get a lot of spice in this perfume, a very warm kind of woody essence, but it's a beautiful fragrance. It smells like it's definitely fall vibes, but it smells sexy in my opinion. Now, the first time I've experienced that Palo Santo note is in Kyalie's Love Fest Burning Cherry, but something about that note, I'm gonna have to say, I really, really enjoy in fragrances. Beautiful perfume, not that complex, but very, very much interesting, very different. It's not that sweet, but it is definitely a strong and very well projecting fragrance that lasts on your skin, heats up, and just like scents up an entire room, you guys. I'm telling you, a lot of people aren't talking about this fragrance, but you need to get your nose on it. It's very different, but very, very nice, even sexy, dare I say, you guys. So this is my beloved Billie Eilish that I am most definitely going to be playing with for the fall and winter months. And last but by no means least is my Burberry Haul Elixir, which I have already discussed on my perfume channel. This fragrance is an absolute love. I actually smelled this fragrance the same time that I smelled Burberry Haul, and Burberry Haul was a brand spanking new release, and I left with Burberry Haul Elixir as opposed to Burberry Goddess. So you guys already know this is an intoxicating, sweet, strawberry, creamy, vanilla smelling fragrance. It smells like whipped cream and ice cream in here. So it smells like a strawberry milkshake, but a little bit more milkier in my opinion. It's creamy, it's nice, it's sexy. Definitely gourmand vibes. I love smelling this fragrance, especially when I wear it. It just has like a really warm, sweet strawberry cream essence that you just can't get enough of while you're wearing it. So I just had to get my hands on this perfume. I think like I bought it like the very first time I smelled it, pretty much. I bought this fragrance the very first time I smelled it because this has been released for a minute now. It is a fairly new release to the Burberry brand. But yeah, I am absolutely happy that I managed to get my hands on the Burberry Haul Elixir, and I am absolutely loving this beautiful fragrance. So there you have it. These are the 7 new additions to my perfume collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I definitely enjoy every single fragrance. Everything here was like 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely love, especially my Middle Eastern additions, because you guys know how I feel about my Middle Eastern fragrances. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little haul. If in fact you did, give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. And until next time, see you guys in my next video. Bye.